So yesterday I bought this Bible thingy. Uh, How does it work? I mean, what am I supposed to do with this? Hi, my name is John Ardenfors and welcome to Bible Study. So you have just decided to start reading the Bible. Awesome! I salute you. You know, the Bible is a very fascinating book. In fact, it is the most published book of all time. But as you may have guessed, the Bible isn't an ordinary book. It differs a lot from regular novels. I mean, the Bible is thousands of years old. It's not gonna be like Hunger Games. It's going to contain ancient words and parables that might be difficult to grasp. It takes place in a different era, environment, and culture that is not fully self-explained. So, what is the best way to read the Bible? Well, wouldn't it be great if someone made a video about that? I would definitely subscribe to that guy. This is 5 tips for better Bible reading. Or in other words, how to read the Bible. Tip number 1. Don't read the Bible as one book. A very big and usual mistake people make when reading the Bible is seeing it as one book. They read it as a regular novel. This isn't at all a stupid mistake. I mean, the Bible is certainly shaped like a book, so people naturally think of it as a book. But if you read the Bible the same way you read regular novels, you will stumble upon some difficulties. Let's make a comparison between an ordinary novel and the Bible. Here I have Game of Thrones: A Clash of Kings. This is a fantasy novel written by George R.R. Martin, and it was published in 1998. So what do you expect going into this novel? Well, I certainly expect A. One continuous plot, B. One type of literature, C. One continuous genre, D. Incest. And here I have the Holy Bible. And when going into the Bible, you can certainly expect A. Multiple plots, B. Several types of literature, C. Several genres, D. Some incest. But why does the Bible differ so much from regular novels? Well, that is because A. The Bible was written thousands of years ago. B. It was written by multiple authors. C. The Bible isn't a book. It is a collection of multiple books that are connected. So when you read the Bible, remember that you are reading a cultural collection and not a novel. Read the Bible book by book and not everything in one go. You're not strictly speaking wrong by calling the Bible a book, but the Bible is much more like a series of books that was made into one, rather than one book. Tip number 2. Pick the right Bible. There are many different kinds of Bibles, but if you want to buy a leather-bound Bible with the Old and the New Testament, it can cost up to $55. Of course, if you don't want to buy a Bible, you can read all of it for free on BibleHub.com, or you can surely borrow one from your local church. But if you do plan on buying your own physical Bible, it is very important that you pick one that is perfect for you. Step 1. Translations. There are many different translations of the Bible. This one is not super important. I mean, no matter which translation you pick, you will still get the Bible. But some translations are easier to understand than others. Let's just make a short comparison. New International Bible. When Jesus spoke again to the people, he said, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." King James Bible. "Then spake Jesus again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life." You see that even though the message was still the same, the first translation was easier to understand. So just pick the translation that works best for you. Step 2. Editions. There are also many different editions of the Bible, mainly to make the Bible easier to understand. There is a Bible that I would like to call the straightforward Bible. This Bible is only the original text. Nothing is added, nothing is taken away, just the Bible from beginning to end. If you are very familiar with the historic context of the Bible and you are very familiar with Christianity in general, then this one should do it. There's also the Study Bible. This one has everything you need: maps, descriptions, timelines, short history lessons, summaries, biblical dictionaries, pictures of art and archaeological discoveries, and family trees. This one is excellent for the reader who is new to the Bible and needs some extra information in order to understand it, or the experienced Bible reader who wants to dive even deeper into the world of theology. We also have a Bible edition that I would like to call the Beginner Bible. Here I have a perfect beginner Bible. It's called I Have Decided. This Bible contains only the New Testament, and before every book starts it gives you some information about it, just enough to get you started. This is a perfect beginner Bible. I just read through the foreword and the book of Matthew and I immediately loved it. As I've said about translations, it doesn't really matter which edition you pick. No matter which edition you pick, you will still get the Bible. But picking the right edition and the right translation can help you to get into it. Tip number 3. Watch Bible movies. Watching some good old Bible movies can really help you to get into the environment and atmosphere of the Bible. If you're like me and you can't use your imaginations while reading, then the Bible will seem kind of bland to you. So watching Bible movies can really help. These are my recommendations: The Gospel of John from 2014, the Bible miniseries from 2013, The Passion of the Christ from 2004. I have chosen these movies because of their high production value and biblical accuracy. These movies are not low budget and they are very true to the source material. There are of course many other Bible movies you can watch, as long as you never watch Noah. For the love of God, don't watch Noah. Tip number 4. Read the New Testament first. The first half of the Bible is called the Old Testament and the other half is called the New Testament. My suggestion is that you start with the New Testament and then read the Old Testament. This is of course not obligatory. I mean, if you want to read the Bible chronologically from beginning to end, then go for it. But reading the New Testament first is more practical for someone that immediately wants to start the Christian life. Because the Old Testament contains laws and rituals that doesn't always apply to the modern Christian, mainly because Jesus Christ fulfilled the law in the New Testament. If you start with the Old Testament and then come to the book of Leviticus, for example, then things can get somewhat confusing. So guys, I just wanted to let you know that I just committed a sin yesterday and I feel terrible about it.
Oh yeah. You know, that's very brave of you, man. That's very brave to come and share it with us, brother.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, thank you guys for being so supportive. But I still have to, build an altar in the backyard and make up a fire and sacrifice some live animal to get rid of my sin. So that's a pain.
What the heck, man? That's messed up.
Yeah, totally. That's very unchristian.
Amen, brother. But...
And then you will start wondering why you are the only real Christian around. And then when you get to the New Testament, you'll go, oh, now I get it. So if you start with the New Testament and then read the Old Testament, it can spare you some confusion. But in whatever order you read the Bible doesn't really matter that much. I mean, I'm just happy that you read the Bible at all. I mean, that's more than most Christians do nowadays. Tip number 5. Pray. This is the most important part in Bible reading. This is going to sound strange to secular Bible readers, if there even are any, but if you believe in the living God and that the Bible is inspired by Him, then to you I say, pray while you read the Bible. Before you start reading the Bible, kneel and pray. When you finish Genesis, kneel and pray. When you finished Exodus, kneel and pray. Pray for wisdom and understanding. Pray for God's guidance. If you're only reading the Bible for theological research or cultural history, then praying is kind of useless. But if you're reading the Bible in a search of God, a humble and honest search of God, then you won't find Him if you don't pray. The Bible is ridiculously important. You can't live the Christian life without the Bible. But the Bible isn't magical. The Bible won't change your life. God will change your life. A Christian life doesn't equal a relationship with the Bible. A Christian life equals a relationship with Christ. What is the first step into a relationship with Christ? Prayer. And that was my Bible tips. If you have any questions about the Bible, then feel free to leave them in the comment section below and maybe I can help you out. Thank you so much for watching and God bless you.